Welcome, podcast listeners. It is episode number 419 of the Fred Talk podcast. You are joined this morning by your host, Mr. BudgetPedalChap. You are joined also by Lee Padabadabadabadoo. Say hi, Lee.
Good morning, happy campers.
Oh my gosh, you are one of those people.
This morning I am. Mate, I would not have been able to do it last night. I was dead.
Yeah. Like, it is what it is, isn't it? I'm just going to turn this light on so that you can see my face. Oh, there we go.
I could see you perfectly fine.
It just looks a bit grey, but I think that might not be because of the light. I think just
it's because it's the morning.
Yeah, it's the weekend, it's the morning.
Whereas because I'm in my dungeon, I look exactly the same.
You do. You do. Your little sex dungeon.
Yeah, man.
Right.
That's what he calls me. That's his nickname for me.
It is episode number 419 of the Fred Talk podcast. We are here. How are you, Lee?
Lee? As in Lee Beringer?
No, it was in
I don't know how he is, mate.
Oh, what was his name? Uli Roth.
Oh, Uli Roth.
Yeah, John Roth, is it?
John. Yeah, from Van Halen.
What?
From Van Halen?
No.
Uli Roth?
That's, you're thinking Edward Van Halen?
No, I'm not.
Or Alex Van Halen, or Mark Anthony, or David Lee Roth.
David Lee Roth I was thinking of. We're talking about the German guy, aren't we?
Yeah, the Shredder. When he in the Scorpions at some point?
I think all German guitarists were at that time, weren't they?
It's a bit like the Sugar Babes for the British. It's a bit like Conscription.
But no, he was in the Scorpions. In fact, I know the guy who made his outrageous pickups for him.
Okay.
So I should have got that one right.
I'll let you off. It's early.
Yeah.
It's not for you. It's kind of close to quad digits now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's coming up to 10 o'clock.
Indeed.
But yeah, no, Uli Roth has these like outrageously loud pickups.
He's got that weird like yin yang guitar, hasn't he?
Yeah, and like each pickup I think has its own volume on it, like its own like power supply probably.
Oh wow. Nice.
The guy who did that, his name was actually John.
There you go. Right, what a wonderful point in our podcast to mention our sponsor, which is, of course, affordable.co.uk. Affordable brings you pedals from Demon FX, JSA-FX, Muskie, Joyo, 40, K-Line, Nux, Moval, Chord, Varve, Am Effects, and Affordable Effects. Just going to give you a little sneaky peeky behind the curtain here. There's some more affordable effects coming out very, very soon. One that I think you'll like very much, Lee, but I'll wait until the official announcement of that one. They're all at amazing prices, should I add.
You should add.
They are a UK company with all of their stock ready to ship in fantastic recyclable packaging. Check them out at affordable.co.uk. Right, so we're going to start this week as we usually start off. I'm going to caveat this as well because we are recording kind of 2 weeks in advance here because I've got a little UK. That's neither here nor there, Lee.
We were all thinking it, though.
Behind the scenes, spoilers
of the listener.
That's Patreon content, that is. No, I've got like a little kind of week break this week within the UK while we've still got a final little bit of sunshine, which means that it's gonna be a push doing the podcast next week. So this is recorded in a week in advance. So by this point, this is gonna be old news. But it's pretty recent for this, and this week's shit news is not kind of guitar or pedal related.
It's not atypical shit news for us.
No, I mean, it's not the only time we've done shit news, which is actual news that is shit. But it is. So Brent Hines of Mastodon, or formerly of Mastodon, should I say, has died in a motorcycle crash probably about 3 days ago.
Yep.
Yeah. Absolutely shitty news, isn't it? So,
a lot of people really liked Mastodon and Brent Hines, and he's got a lot of guitars. We've spoken about him lots of times on the old podcast.
Yeah. He's not a guitarist that I mean, like Mastodon on a band that I've particularly followed. But
me either, which is strange because they really look up my street. I just never. I was like, do you know, I've got Metallica.
Right, so I'm gonna read out the news report so that we get it right, essentially. So, former lead guitarist of the popular heavy metal band Mastodon died overnight in Atlanta. William Brent Hines was killed Wednesday night in a crash whilst on a Harley Davidson when the driver of a BMW SUV failed to yield while making a turn at an intersection at the intersection of Memorial Drive and Boulevard, according to the police. Read more by clicking in our bio. That's if you want to read more, it's Atlanta News First. But there you go. So
yeah, it's very sad. A big shock because he was like 51. I mean, he's 10 years older than me. That sucks.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you are riding a motorbike, unfortunately, that can be the reality, can't it? Like, it can be as quick as that.
Yeah, can. I mean, I've lost friends. I'm a keen motorbike rider and have been most of my life.
Yeah. It's a shame as well because, like, riding a motorbike is a pure form of joy.
Oh, it's amazing. I didn't know you rode.
Yeah, I did back in day.
Back in day?
Oh,
yeah, didn't you have like a 125 or something?
Yeah, it was it wasn't a 125, it was unrestricted. And I'd done it on provisional. And I managed to get my car license pretty quick because I was like lugging guitar gear around all of the time. It made more sense to go for the car route than it did for the motorbike.
Yeah, that's why I had to get a car as well because my bandmates were like, "Come on, Lee, yeah, it's all right." They would pull up. I'd load up my gear into their car, and then like I would ride to the gig.
Yeah, which in and of itself doesn't really make a lot of sense if there's a car available. You just go, okay,
it makes loads of sense when you see like how everyone looks at the guitarist when he rolls up on a bike. No, I'm kidding. It's I mean, cars get full with gear. Usually there's only 2 seats available, and the bass players never drive. It's always the drummer that drives because he needs to.
yeah, having the biggest loadout. Like, fortunately, I'm at a point in my life where, like, all the band members tend to drive. In our last band, it was only the singer who was, I think she's probably 10 years younger than me. So kind of just about approaching 30s, and she's the only one who didn't drive.
But you know what? Right. There's a downside to everyone driving as well. Because then if you're playing in a pub and it's only got a small car park, you take up all the spaces.
Yeah. You look, 5-piece band. You rock up 5 cars. There you go. That's half of a pub car park, isn't it? That
it is. If I mean, half would be a big car park.
Yeah.
But so you end up all jumping into one car anyway and parking outside the drummer's house or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it was a case where the drummer had to come on his own because the drummer was like, the drummer's got like his kit.
My drummers have always had vans, which has been handy.
Yes.
Well, not always, but my main drummers have had vans, which has been handy.
our drummer had what was it, like a Suzuki Swift. So it was a case of like, he fit his kit in and that was about it.
One of my drummers worked for Peugeot, so he always had like one of these shitty little like 206s or something like that.
Oh, nice.
Or 307s or whatever.
Yeah, not particularly gig ready.
No. But nowadays with a PA and a modeler, you could get away with a lot more.
Yeah, so look, because we used to play at venues where like there was no backline. It was a venue that wasn't really music venues a lot of the time. So we'd have to supply all of the backline, all of the like the PA and the speakers and like foldback and everything. The keyboard player had all of that. So he'd come with his keyboard and his little foldback monitor, but then would bring the rest of the kit as well. And
I've never had a keyboard player in a band. Never.
Oh, it's quite good. A bit like having a second guitarist. Like share the duties and
versatile. They can cover a bit of bass as well, can't they?
Yeah, they do. They tend to cover a lot of the spectrum. Yeah, we probably could have got away with not having a bass player, but we did. It was a ledge. He just wanted to get up and play some tunes. He did not care. Did not care about like the whole pomp and circumstance of gigging. So he'd just be kind of tucking himself in the back of a corner somewhere, just thumping out some tunes and be like, yeah, it's the way to do it, mate.
Oh, man. That's cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, back to Brent Hines. Very, very, very sad. And if you, the listener, were to suggest to us some Mastodon tunes or albums, where to start listening to them, but what would you suggest? Like, what is the Black Album? Let's say that. What's the most accessible album that they've got? And then you can like obviously move on to their Master of Puppets and Ride the Lightning and so on and so forth.
And you saying that the Black Album is the point at which you should get into Metallica at?
I think it's the most accessible. I think that's where most people have got into Metallica, yeah.
Oh,
you think of Metallica's most famous songs? What album do they come from?
Master of Puppets?
No.
Puppets? Battery?
No.
Sanitarium?
No. All their famous songs, all their songs that you hear like on... Like, I'll give you an example. I was watching Alien Earth, which is really fucking good, by the way. And Wherever I May Roam played at the end of it, of this episode. Like, every time you hear a song that's like on TV or whatever from Metallica, generally speaking, it is from the Black Album.
Yeah. That like
except for like Stranger Things when they had Master of Puppets. But I mean, that was fucking awesome.
Yeah. But when I think Metallica, I think of Puppets and Ride the Lightning.
Yeah, but I'm just looking at a place to get in. Something that's just link us to best stuff, and we'll have a look.
Link us to the Mastodon album, which is equivalent to Lulu. Just a nice, easy way of getting in. Just a nice, easy. No. I don't think Mastodon have stooped to that low. I'll be honest. I think they were, as far as I've heard, they were pretty consistent.
I mean, the idea behind that album was like it had some kudos. It was them trying to be a little bit more artsy, get outside of their comfort zone, go and do something with someone who is generally a pretty renowned artist as well. And it wasn't them going, all right, we're going to do a Made in China ripoff, or we're going to do something else. We're going to do something different. The fact it didn't turn out very well is aside from the fact that it could have been cool. It could have worked out really, really good. It just didn't.
Yeah, rather than Made in China, it was like Metallica from Timo.
Yeah.
But there we go. Links up some Mastodon. I'll just read out this statement that Mastodon has given out as well. Because despite them kind of like splitting up basically over the last couple of months, and it seeming to be not a particularly amicable one, They've said like in a state of unfathomable sadness and grief, last night Brent Hines passed away as a result of a tragic accident. We're heartbroken, shocked, and still trying to process the loss of this creative force with whom we've shared so many triumphs, milestones, and the creation of music that has touched the hearts of so many. Our hearts are with Brent's family, friends, and fans. At this time, we please ask that you respect everyone's privacy during this difficult time. Yeah, couldn't have put it better ourselves. Right, let's.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be fucking difficult for them, isn't it? Because, like, yes, they've obviously fallen out and they've had hard words and they've got hard feelings about each other, but then, like, they've kind of now they're going to be at. Oh fuck, that really wasn't worth it, was it? Now I can't even turn around and say I'm sorry or whatever.
Yeah, it puts it in perspective, doesn't it?
Was it worth it?
Right, let's go on to I'll tell you what, I am going to tell you what I've done this week, which is a lie because it was last week. I've loaded up on loads of stuff.
What you've been up to this point in reality?
So, I mean, like me and you did a video, which we didn't talk too much about last week's podcast because I thought, why not talk together on this one?
Had we even done it by that point? Oh, yes, of course we had.
Yeah.
You recorded on Tuesday, didn't you?
Yeah, like on the evening. It was literally like probably an hour and a half after both of those videos dropped. Because I did one on the new X Trident, which, again, is like really quite a comprehensive piece of kit. Like it's very like I was surprised at how feature packed it is for the price. I think I was expecting there to be like 500 quid these new X Tridents because of like it's basically a bit like a Helix LT where it's got like 8 or so buttons that are dedicated to like presets within a bank and then like switchable effects. So you can switch on your modulation, your reverb, your delay, your drive pedal. All of those are like assigned to a foot switch.
Wow, they're really big, aren't they?
I mean, they're not as big as they look, actually. That there is what the Nux Trident looks like. So, kind of 1.5 HX stumps, I would say.
Like an American measuring everything except the metric system.
That's it, yeah. Anything but the metric system. But anyway, I spoke about that one last week. I'm a big fan of it. I think I am going to be doing a few more videos using that.
I remember when we discussed this because I remember us saying like how much it looks like one of the older Boss like ME pedals. Yeah,
and it's got that sensibility. The fact that like all of the like all of the different effects have got a dedicated control to it. So like any of the modulations have got parameters like assigned to certain knobs and switches.
They say we modelled everything, even the patch cables.
Yeah, and that like there is that like I show off in the video that like the Tweed amp has got 4 inputs, and you can go into input 1, input 2, and then like jumper between input 2 and like mic input 1. So like because they've got like instrument input 1, 2, mic input 1, 2, and there's about 8 different permutations of jumper in between all of these different things. So they have really gone into they've like dug into the weeds with this one.
Yeah, there's some good amps on it as well. Like I'm just looking through, like, just reel them off here. You got Twin Reverb, Brit Blues, Deluxe Reverb, AC15, AC30, Tweed, Princeton, Matchless, Bassman, Lone Star, Vibe King. What's a Vibe King? I know that.
What, a Vibro King?
Yeah, probably something along there. Yeah. Okay, you got Jazz Chorus, Cali Crunch. That will be like a Mesa, I guess.
Yeah.
And then you've got JCM 800, JCM 45, Plexi.
There's the Vivo, isn't there, at some point? Which is the 50-well-50.
Oh, is that on there? I can't see that. But
yeah, I think that one was on the update afterwards because they've added some stuff since. But
Okay. What's this high watt? They've got a high watts, and then they've got a 1987 X50. That's another Marshall, I'm guessing. And
yeah,
then they've
probably
got
800
Dr. Z.
So the
yeah. Oh, I
the
can see
high
this
watt's
jump
really good
print.
actually.
I bet it is. Yeah. I've only ever played high watts. Like, well, when I played them, my friend bought them to a jam night, and he like got there early and like put like 2 double stacks up because he wanted to get up and play status quo stuff through here. I mean, it was crazy. And the venue was not big.
Yeah.
And he had this. Oh, it was absolutely mental. But I didn't really like it. I thought it sounded too clean. And then it just turned out that he basically couldn't turn them up loud enough to get them to sound like how they should sound.
Yeah, they are incredibly loud amps.
Yeah, no one would let him turn them up loud enough.
Yeah, that's the kind of amp that you need to attenuate if you want to get some grit out of it.
Oh, I can see some more amps here, yeah. Okay, so you got dual Rex. Fucking hell, there's loads. Wow, loads and loads and loads. Where's this? You got Soldano. Oh, there's loads, man.
Yeah, if you compare it to something like the Helix, where there's like hundreds and hundreds, it's quite a narrow band of amps, but it covers a lot of ground. Like you've got from the super sparkly clean jazz chorus all the way up to stuff like dual Rex and 5150s and stuff. So you've got
like
5150.
I can see the VH4 from what's that German company? It's with Diesel.
Yes, yeah. So like I say, the 5150 came in a later patch, but there were 27 amps all in. There's something like 8 or 9 different modulations, like a handful of reverbs, a handful of delays. So you're not getting like the sheer volume of choice that you get with stuff like the Helix, but it's also very carefully curated.
Yeah, you're getting the most important ones.
Yeah, and
you're
that's
getting a lot more than you get on the Fender Tone Master.
Wow.
I mean, it's a fact, and you're paying a lot less.
Yeah, it reminded me quite a lot of the Tone Master, in the fact that like some of the amp models were, it was almost as if they were like really mic'd up close to the cone, and like with not much distance between the mic and the cab. So it's like a really, really present sound. So you're getting a lot of that kind of top end brightness. But again, like the
presence.
Yeah, the cab options gives you like a high shelf which you can kind of dial in. There's an EQ as well which you can dial in. But there are some of the amp models as well where that seems to be like the cab that pairs up with it is a much warmer cab, and you can just plug and play. Like I ended up settling on I think it was either the Lone Star or the Cali Crunch, and it was just almost instantly it was there. I just had to kind of bump the mids up a little bit, and we were sorted.
And has it got like a global EQ?
Not global. It's per patch.
Right.
So, but so you got like 9 banks, and then you've got 3 patches per bank, and it's literally you've got a foot switch to kind of patch up and down the banks, and then you've got A, B, C, and then from that each of those patches you've got switchable, like everything's switchable basically. So you switchable effects, switchable modulation, reverb, boost as well,
and not IR loader as well.
Yeah. Quite a comprehensive one. I think there was definitely kind of more than 10 slots for IRs.
It's pretty bloody cool. Bloody cool. Nice.
Yeah, it was a nice one. So I did that last week, but then this week I was digging around the cupboards and realised that I've had the Nux Tape Echo, like their version of the Space Echo.
Oh, you've got that, have you?
Yeah, I had that kicking about for maybe more months than I should have, and I realised I'd not done a demo on it. So I did the demo, which will have been out for 2 days by now. It was last week's No Talk or Tone.
I remember Sean Pierce Johnson said that it was really, really good. That
yeah, he's not lying. He's telling truth.
Telling truth.
So with it, you've got your standard controls. You've got like time and repeats. You've got an EQ for it as well, like low and high, so you can dial in the presence of your repeats, so you can get them to sit back and be a bit more ambient, or you can get them to be in your face up front, like U2 style. But it's got a control with an LCD screen which shows you the tape heads that are being used.
Nice.
So you've got like the 3 tape heads, and it gives you like the subdivisions. So you can have like dotted eighths, you can have like standard, and you can mix and match them. I think there was like 8 different permutations of the tape heads. And then with there's you hold down the select switch, and it lets you access like the wow and the flutter, and the delays as well. There's also a dedicated reverb knob as well, which is kind of adding the spring reverb to it.
Okay. All right.
Just super kind of 70s guitar tones. This kind of tape, like really characterful tape delay with a really kind of drippy sounding spring.
I mean, to look at it, you don't realise that there is a screen on it.
Yeah, it's a tiny screen. But it shows off those tape heads. What I'm considering doing, because I know we've done a lot of videos where it's almost kind of podcast style, where we've went through pedals, talked about them, did a little bit of playing, and that's been our kind of our weekly vid for PBOD. I want to do something with this pedal where we go through the desktop editor and look at those hidden settings beyond that.
I think we should, yeah. I think we should do that because it could be quite interesting. I've got a video that would have come out by the time people are seeing this.
Interesting. Tell me more.
Yeah, it is on the pedal we spoke about 2 weeks ago for people, which is the T-Rex. Oh, bloody hell, what's it called? Twin Blaze.
Yeah, Twin Blaze, that's the one.
Tube distortion.
Yeah. So the that next evolution of something like the the HT series by Blackstar, where it's like tube driven, like drive pedal, but it's more like a kind of tube driven preamp. This is, isn't it?
Yeah, because it has a speaker output as well, which I haven't tried yet. But I will do a quick recording of that for the video probably. But I've recorded all of the playing for it, and I've gone down a different route of how I recorded that this time.
Interesting.
Which is interesting. So what I've done is I found a pretty decent backing track online.
Yeah.
And I whacked that out through my monitors. I had my guitar amps going direct into the recorder. And basically I just wrote just some guitar parts over the song.
Yeah.
Which I played many times to get it right. And no, I'm just going to take the best bits from the recordings and put them all together so it looks all streamlined. Got a couple of cameras. It's going to look good. And yeah, I'm quite happy with how it came out thus far.
Very cool.
Yeah, and I also noticed something with the last time we were talking about this Twin Blaze. We said that it's got 4 channels.
Yeah.
But the boost can actually be used independently as well.
Okay.
So it's got 5 effectively.
Yeah.
So you've got both drive sides with or without boost and boost
and then
on its
boost
own.
on its own.
Yeah, that was just quite nice. So I showcase that very shortly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know how this is going to come out really. I've done it's like a 3-minute song, and it's got. I try to cover the various different
the tones,
yeah. But then I've got to try and fit talking over it as well. And there are some places where I'm just noodling, so I think I can get in there.
Yeah. I look forward to it because it was quite an interesting concept, that one was.
Yeah. Maybe if I can keep this video nice and short, it will come out nice and snappy.
Yeah. Interesting. Speaking of which, there's this week there has been a little get together in a certain German street, which, like, usually it's a lot of YouTubers hanging around, do it like having a bit of fun and kind of showing off products that we already know about in a kind of fun and entertaining way. However, a certain company has turned up to this thing and dropped a bit of a bombshell. So DOD they're a company that have kind of laid dormant for a little while. However, they've just kind of teased the badder monkey.
And we reckon by the time this podcast comes out, you guys are going to know more about it than we do.
Yeah.
But we're going to cover it anyway.
Yeah. It's really exciting because I've always loved the bad monkey. I had one for...
You are a bad monkey.
I've even got the Screaming Blues as well, which I think is a pedal that doesn't get enough recognition.
Josh Scott will do something about that. Oh, by the way, we should mention Josh Scott's smashed his face up.
I think we could probably do it in a more sensitive way than that, couldn't we?
Yeah, I mean,
he's been in a bicycle accident, hasn't he? And he's going to be taking a break away from social media for a little while because he's
him.
Yeah.
I mean, in his own words, I would show you what it looks like, but you don't want to see that.
Yeah. So here's...
I mean, I paraphrase, but that's,
essentially, yeah, like... And here's hoping him a speedy recovery with that, because like he puts out a lot of the... social media stuff for his company.
Yeah. I mean, push bike accident, it fucking hurts.
Yeah,
We've all been there.
Yeah. Oh, I had to, because I used to have to cycle to work before I got my motorbike or my car license, and I used to work at IKEA actually, which is look your pals.
I was thinking about popping up there today actually,
and like to get to the IKEA there was like a massive hill. And I was cycling down this hill the one day, just like minding my own business, kind of keeping to the left so that like cars could overtake me if they wanted to. And went past a car that was parked, and the bloke opened the door straight out on me. And so because I had a bunch of speed, I had to like slam on my brakes so that I didn't hit into him. And
you were on speed.
Because I was going downhill, I was gathering a lot of speed, a lot of momentum.
To work at IKEA.
I mean, it wouldn't make it go any slower. So I had to like slam on my brakes. I ended up like avoiding the car, but going over the handlebars and like scratch between kind of the mid part of my arm to my elbow, like massive scratch, like open like road rash essentially.
Yeah.
Like. Because I was only like 5 minutes away from work, I rode up to them and went, "Look, I've turned up, but I've got this like massive cut on my arm. I'm bleeding from my arm, and they went, "No, that's fine. Carry on. Like, do you work?" Oh, you bastards!
Yeah,
So,
I mean, when you're younger, you think, okay, I have to. Like nowadays, you'd be like, no, I'm going to hospital. This is a courtesy, me letting you know. I'm off to hospital. See you later, mate.
yeah. But they did. They were just like, no, you can like go and have a chat with the like the medical staff here, and you can get back on your shift. And if it was like a massively busy day and they were banking on me, I would be like, yeah, okay, like I can understand at least the logic behind this. It was like something like a Tuesday morning, and it was like there was like hardly anyone there. So I worked an entire shift with like it ended up scabbing up by the end of it, but like at the start of my shift, like blood dripping off my arm, and I ended up having to like hold my arm up so that it wouldn't drip all over the like over the tills.
The things we think about that like past employees and schools and stuff have done to us when we were younger that we could have sued about, like often pop into my head.
Yeah, like, I mean, I don't think I could have sued them over that because, like, it had
negligence. They should have taken care of it. I'm sure there's some sort of law against what they did there.
Yeah,
someone
maybe
turns up. Yeah, but I mean, when I was 16, I worked in a McDonald's, and the manager would walk around and he would slap everyone's asses, including mine.
I mean, at least it's not kind of sexual harassment if it's like everyone, if it's all inclusive.
I mean, you can say that it is. Maybe he's just like loving everyone, you know, but it was not acceptable. I
mean,
really
that's
wasn't.
It's McDonald's slogan, isn't it? I'm loving it. He's just walking around embodying that. Oh, that's a juicy ass. I'm loving it.
Yeah. Oh man, it was it's horrible. There's loads of things like that. Like if I look back on, I think you can't do that shit.
Yeah.
Back then, you couldn't do that shit.
That ain't on.
No. I remember once at school there was we had this strange appointment at our school. It was a behaviour teacher. She came in to sort the school out. And she looked like someone out of the army. She was like this big, tough woman who was very angry at everyone all the time.
Standard.
And someone had told a secret in this meeting that I was at that he didn't want anyone else to know. Now, I happened to not have been listening at the time. Not that he didn't want the secret told. I didn't listen to the secret. I still to this day really don't know what it was about. Anyway, someone from the meeting went and let it leak, and then the bastard said it was me who did it. And this teacher came and got hold of me at the end of school, put me into a classroom, didn't let me go home, didn't tell my parents, didn't do anything, and just like detained me, shouting at me, trying to force a confession. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. Like, God's honest truth, I had no idea. I was so confused and I was so angry. Oh my God. But I mean, you just can't do that.
Yeah. Probably certain laws that are preventing that, aren't there?
I mean, I've spoken to teachers from my school since I left school, and people who worked there, and they were like, everyone was terrified of her. No one knew. Like, she was getting teachers to sack because she was saying that they weren't up to standards and stuff like that, and she was like a law upon herself. She was basically running the school. The headmaster had given her carte blanche to do whatever she wanted. It's like
never
psycho.
good, is it? Right, let's talk about this badder monkey. Cause
I thought we had. Oh, yeah, no, we hadn't. Yeah, okay.
We'd mentioned it. Right, so, there's speculation at the moment because we've got some pictures, but there's no actual information about what any of it does.
Yeah, because the knobs are all really strangely labelled.
Yeah, this is a bit of a bugbear for me where they label things in a fun and quirky way, and you're like, okay, but what does chunk mean? What do you mean by girth? Like, what do these things actually mean?
And it's all right if you're using that pedal as your main pedal, but if you're like us, where we like put a pedal aside for 6 months or a year and then come back to it later, and you're like, oh fuck, how do I use this again? Yeah,
you have to start kind of trusting your ears.
And I will elaborate on that point a little bit more when I talk about what I've been up to.
Indeed. Right, so we've got on the original there were 4 controls, weren't there? There was gain, volume, low and high, which are really easy to understand. It's basically like a 2-band EQ and volume and gain.
Yep.
On this, there are 5 controls and a switch, because we've got like two massive knobs at the top, like very much in keeping with the DoD style, where it's got like 2 larger knobs and then 2 smaller knobs below. But the two that are below, one of them, the one on the right hand side, is a concentric pot.
Dual concentric pot.
Yeah.
They're all concentric pots. And
then we've also got a little toggle switch in to middle. So we've got to assume that the one at the top, the 2 at the top, sorry, are level and gain. And then you've got the barrel control, maybe, which has got behaved, bad, and badder. And then there's a kind of line coming off this one to the toggle switch, which has got phase, and it's got plus and minus, and it's got a picture of a monkey that's upwards and then a monkey that's flipped upside down.
Yeah, so if it didn't say phase, we would think it would be like an octave, but the phase kind of makes it seem like it's not. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, so my instinct here would be that there's some kind of like parallel circuit with it.
But then what would troop mean? Both of them together? Does it mean like...
Yeah, maybe, actually.
One circuit, the other circuit, or both together? Could that be it?
I don't know, maybe. And then you've got grunt and screech, which I assume are your high and low control.
I'm wrong about concentric pots, aren't I? They're not all... Well, I suppose they are, because you've got the shaft and then you've got the pot over the top of it. But...
I think we're focusing a little bit too much on the details that don't matter here, Lee. Yeah, so you're thinking potentially like a bad monkey with added octave, and then you've got octave up and octave down. I was thinking more like dual circuits, maybe a clean blend, or maybe like 2 bad monkeys stacked that you can then like affect the phase of them.
Yeah, I think you could be right. Maybe when you put this switch up, you use the left knob that is like behaved bad or bad to dial in that one. Then when you put the switch down, you can dial in the other one, so it saves the settings.
Oh, maybe.
And then when you put it back together, so maybe there's actually 6 knobs. Well, not 6 knobs, but 6 types. Oh, I don't bloody know. It's odd, isn't it? We are like fully. Oh, here we go. Phase troop and a clean blend of some sort. There you go. But that's all we know at the moment. Yeah, the other one says grunt and screech. I'm guessing that's low end and high end.
It's blatantly the low and the high, isn't it? Which is good, because like the low high, like the 2-band EQ feature of those old pedals was the best part of them, essentially.
And by relative to that, the mid will be fixed. So if you wanted a mid scoop, you can put the high and the low up a little bit, and the mid will then in turn be lower. And if you wanted the mid push, you would put the low and the high down a little bit, and then the mid will be pushed.
Yeah. So you can get all manner of kind of EQ options out of it by cleverly using the bass and the treble control.
Which will mean they're active, most likely. If in the middle they're say at 12,
they're kind of out of the circuit.
Neutral. Yeah, then you can scoop and increase the lows and the mids, lows and the highs.
Yeah, because a lot of people complain about Tube Screamers cutting the bass too much, which kind of their fucking point, but like people say, oh, I hate Tube Screamers because they shelf too much of the bass.
Well, the Bad Cash doesn't. I mean, it can if you want it to. It's got specific 2 controls for that, but it doesn't have to.
So, like the original Bad Monkey had that as well, where you could literally dial in the amount of bass that you wanted. So, like you had your high control was almost like your tone control, and then your bass control was it like allowing the amount of shelf that you had on that, or boost. So it's an interesting pedal. I always like those kind of the Digitech. I can't even remember what the series was called, but there was the Grunge, there was the Hothead, there was the Screaming Blues, and the Bad Monkey, all from that range of drive pedals.
Yeah, they're kind of emboss-like enclosures.
Yeah,
flatter, though. They're not quite as tall.
And they, the way that you get to the battery snap was an absolute pain in the arse. You took the whole of the face off. It had like 2 little clips at the side that you had to push in with like a biro, basically.
I've seen that, yeah.
And they were a pain to get back on. But we all use 9-volt adapters these days, so.
Yeah. I like the Ibanez 10 series. It's got a little latch on it, and you pull it to the side, and then the thing pops up.
I mean, the Boss one's fine, like a little screw that you depress the foot switch down and just unscrew.
Yeah, have you ever done a bunch of them at once?
I have not.
Your fingers hurt at the end.
Yeah. And if you're not careful as well, because the springs are really powerful in them,
boing.
Yeah, you let the foot switch open and then the spring pops out, like it jumps out.
Yeah, I think I've had that happen a few times. Yeah. Pain in the ass.
But they like these ones are just kind of standard. I would say standard 1590Bs, but they're not, because they're kind of, there's a lip on either side, but it's like a standard kind of Dodd style enclosure, isn't it?
I will try to contact the OD and see if I can get one over to you.
Oh, that'd be wicked. Yeah.
I'd be right up your street, to be honest.
Abso effectively. I do like the Bad Monkey. I'm sure I'd like the Bad Monkey. Is it going to scratch the same itch as the Bad Monkey? Is Josh Scott gonna be all gushy over this one?
I mean, what, as in like seeping eyes and stuff like that? Probably.
I mean, imagine, probably at the moment, yeah.
Yeah, bless him.
But like, if this is the Bad Monkey, but even badder, then potentially we could be getting even more control over like a really versatile tube screamer.
How many outputs on it though? Because the Bad Monkey had 2 outputs, didn't it? One for amp and one for
mixer. Yeah, so the mixer one theoretically
only got 2 outs. Only got 1 out.
Yeah, no one ever used the mixer one because they were designed to go direct into desk, and it was supposed to sound a little bit like it was going through a cab. Essentially, it just gave the pedal a real big mid push, which I sometimes used it where I was going out of the mixer input, because it was like it was almost like TS9 style kind of mid characteristic. Really cool.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Do you want to know what I've been up to?
I do want to know what you've been up to, Lee.
Well, I told you a little bit about shooting this video for the T-Rex pedal that you did, Blaze. But I have been experimenting with the Empress Zoya. Which is the one with all the little white squares on it that I showed you the other week.
You did. Yeah, you mentioned this a couple of weeks back, didn't you?
And it was a little bit challenging to start with, because I plugged my guitar into it sent it through my amps. My friend Simon was here, and I started playing it, and it was really loud. And I was like, okay, I'll turn it down. And I turned the knob, and nothing happened. It's only got one knob on it. I was like, okay, how do I turn this down? And I still haven't worked out how to turn it down. You've got to add a block into it somehow that will turn it down, but I couldn't find the exact block that I needed. So that was annoying.
Volume block. Yeah.
So, some of the patches on it had volume blocks on there. Others didn't. So yeah, my first half hour of just like playing with it was, what the fuck am I doing? It's just not like any other pedal. So I contacted Empress, told them what I wanted to do with it, which was what I mentioned to you. I wanted to run my MIDI controller into it.
Yeah.
And they said, actually, do you know what? It's designed to do that straight away. So you don't have to do any funny routing or anything. You can actually plug it straight in. And if you update to the latest firmware, these presets between X number and Y number are all designed to just work as synth tones. I was like, sweet. Okay, so I did that, updated it, chucked it on, and it was sounding great. It sounded really, really great. And there were also like, there's this massive library of like presets that people have made with even more synth tones on it. So I'm going to explore that a little bit.
Nice.
And and play with that with my daughter, because I think she's really looking forward to trying it out. It's so cool. Like the presets on it are mad. They are so varied. Like you'll go onto one and someone might have made an overdrive. You go on to another and you can't do anything. It's just an automatic sound generator and it's just playing this rhythm. It's like and all that sort of thing. You're like, okay. And like the tones on it, like there are just everything is on there. Empress have also said that they've added some of their own other pedals, like not circuitry, but like programming into it as well. So you've got like other settings on there. I'm hoping I can find the Empress Heavy on there, because that is probably the best metal pedal I've ever played, and I really want one. I just haven't got around to getting one because they're quite expensive.
Yeah. I mean, if you've got the access to one using your Zoya.
Yeah, I mean, the actual one is, I think that's analog, so it will sound better anyway.
Yeah.
But it's really, really cool. You can do anything on it. I mean, there's loopers on there. Like one of the loopers was like a free looper, and each looper does something slightly different, and you use them all together, or just on this one patch. It's incredible. Every single patch is like a whole new pedal world. It's mental. So I think it's going to be an ongoing thing for me, where I'm just kind of like, this week on the Zoya.
Yeah, Lee's Zoya Minute.
Yeah.
Like shorts every week. This is what I found. Boop, 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 boop.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. It really is. So that's been a lot of fun. I now have updated my my editing software, which isn't really a thing for the podcast, I guess, but it's cool because I've got all the AI tools available to me now. And
the video editor.
Yeah, and it does like cool stuff. Like I was very nervous on the video that I put out, because I after work I just edited it down, use it with the audio down. Yeah. Using the AI tool, and I was like, I didn't have time to check it before I put it out, and I was like, oh god, how this is going to sound awful, and it came out sounding really great. One of the best sounding videos I've put out. Really annoying.
I mean, if it can like help do the like level balance that with the voices, because that is a constant struggle that we have, is making sure that not only are our videos kind of anywhere near the same volume as everything else on YouTube, because that can be a problem, but also having a playing example where it's just like standard kind of playing, and then you have your vocal coming in afterwards.
Yeah.
You're having to turn it up, but then you fingers on the volume button ready for when the next bit of playing comes in, so that you don't blow your ears off.
Yeah, and I had to tweak it afterwards, and I had to like separate. I found that what I had to do was make sure the vocals were on a different track to the playing, and because of the way we recorded, they weren't. So I'd re-recorded all my guitar parts anyway, so that wasn't a problem for my guitar parts. But for yours, I had to separate them out. Yeah, otherwise, because your ones came over really quiet. Otherwise, because it was putting them away as background music, and we had background music as well. Yeah. And it was dipping. So I had to. It was dipping the background music out when we were talking, but when we were playing, it was like trying to make the two the same.
Yeah.
So I had to. It didn't go, okay, well, these are totally not the same thing. So I had to go and cut them all out. But there was just a little bit of tweaking here and there. I took the background music, did the spatial spread, the stereo spread.
Yeah.
And brought the EQ down on it a little bit, like I normally would. But everything else just like got brought up. I knew there were parts where I was further away from my mic than I should have been, and it made up for that.
Yeah, like it instantly compensated.
Yeah, I was quite happy with this. Yeah, and there's loads more it can do. Like, for instance, like when I put in all my footage from multicam work, it will automatically cut it for me based on which camera I'm looking at the time.
Oh, very interesting.
Yeah, and it can do that with chats like ours as well. So if we had... if we recorded our videos separately,
yeah,
and we put them in, whoever's talking it, I think it'll automatically cut to their camera.
Yeah.
So for future recordings we do like that, it'll probably be easier just to record locally.
Yeah. So you're doing all the editing. Cheers.
Yeah, I mean, if it does it really easily, then fuck it, why not?
Yeah, absolutely. Just notice the time. We're getting really close to the end. I'll tell you what, we'll do one more. We'll talk about the old Behringer, because you love a good Behringer, don't you?
I mean, you love a good Behringer. You're the Behringer boy.
Oh, yeah, apparently I am. Yeah. So Behringer have released another one of these kind of Mooga Fuga inspired, and you can hear the quotation marks flying through the air, inspired by pedals.
Money.
So this BM11M is the low pass filter. 90s analog filtering, apparently. So you've had a listen to this one. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's an envelope filter, but a little bit more control over it, and it's got a drive circuit at the top, which I understand, and I could be wrong about this because it doesn't sound right, but this is what I'm led to believe, that the gain control on it works when the pedal is bypassed, which isn't bypass, but everything else turns off, so you still have the gain control, and then when you turn it on, you've got two other sections which are linked. The filter section has a switch for 2-pole, 4-pole, so that's how that's the depth effectively, and then you've got the cutoff, so like where you want it to basically get up to in terms of filter, like how harsh you want it to get, and then the resonance, which is kind of like depth, but more of a how harmonically spread out it is. Let's put it like that. So that sounds like a filter would, like you would expect. I think envelope filters that you would hear on bass from the 70s, like that sort of tone.
Yeah, along the same lines as the B-Tron 3, which we did a demo on not so long back.
Yeah. You can also get like these sweeps as well. So like you can get, imagine if you're listening to like a dance tune or something, and it starts off with like really, really bassy, and then the treble slowly bleeds in. And that, I wouldn't be surprised if the original was used on a lot of those tracks as well, because that's what a low pass filter does. It passes the lows through, so you get all the bass, and then it attenuates the high frequencies, and then you can dial them in. Well, so this lets all the low frequencies through and deals just with the higher frequencies. The next section to this is the envelope, and that controls how it works. So if you want it to just be, like to be a fixed filter, so you want to like a bit like a cocktail sort of idea, then you can do that. But if you want it to react to your playing, you've got a switch in the middle that it switches between smooth and fast. So it's like how quickly, think of it a bit like a compressor, how quickly you want the attack to work. And then you've got the amount, so how much of an envelope there is, and then you can mix that. So, well, I mean, it's pretty handy. But you can affix an expression pedal to it. In fact, it's got a load of different inputs on the back of it. And those different inputs allow you to control the different things with an expression pedal. So you can control these with the expression pedal. You can control cutoff, mix, resonance, amount, and that's it.
Yeah.
You've also got a separate envelope output as well. So you've got audio out and then envelope out. And the reason you would have an envelope out is so you can then run that into another pedal, so the envelope can then affect that as well. So it can have a control over that.
Yeah, it's got kind of more than just guitar in mind. There's definitely kind of synthy stuff here.
It sounds great on the synth.
Yeah, it's also got big fat MIDI on it as well, hasn't it?
Rather than MIDI in, not MIDI out. Through. Which is something that pisses me off. It's so selfish. It really is. Like, I am going to be the only MIDI pedal here.
It will be.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's good. It's 9 volt, 400 milliamps. Pretty decent pedal. Huge. And coming in £101 or Dalmatians and €119. Doesn't say anything about
the Swedish krona
for $1 million, but it doesn't say anything about doll hairs. I don't know why. Just doesn't. Yeah,
they've been really struggling to get stock into America with the Behringer stuff, haven't they?
Oh, because of the tariffs. Oh my god.
It was even before that, I think. Like even before the kind of tariffs kicked in, they were just because the like the Klon, the sensor, the Fuzzbender as well. They dropped in the UK well before Christmas. In America, it was kind of they started trickling in, but only in certain places around kind of March time.
Yeah,
so it was.
Well, that makes it that makes it a companion of the BM12 ring modulator, the BM15M Murph box, the BM13 phaser, all not available in the US.
Yeah, they were. They're really kind of trying these Mooga Fuga pedals, aren't they? They're doing a full arsenal of them, a full array. Which
I kind of want them all, but I want the originals really.
Yeah, the problem is the originals
were broken.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're now kind of looking at being 20, 30 years old. And you're talking like £400 or £500 a pop.
Whereas I'm just pulling up Reverb now to see how much they are. Because I know they're not cheap, but...
Yeah, and they're really, really hard to get hold of because they were so sought after, people don't tend to get rid of them, do they?
Someone's always selling something on... I put Moor in instead of Moog. What an idiot.
I don't think Moor have done a copy of it. Go on. What are we saying? Whilst Lee's looking up this, I'm going to extend...
So this actual pedal, which is the MF101 low-pass filter, Oh my god, it's in crowns. It's in krona.
Kind
It's
of
a lot
roughly.
more. It's 7,888 crowns.
So we're talking about 700 quid.
How do I change this to be? But I'm looking down. Oh my god, they're going for a lot of money. Someone's selling a pair, over $1,000.
Oh shit, mate. There you go. So you're probably talking a good like 6 or 7 grand to get the full collection, whereas these Behringers are going at 100 quid a pop, which seems a lot more.
I think I want the Behringers.
Absolutely. Right, I'm going to extend a thank you to you listeners. You have made it this far in the podcast. We are officially at the end. I'm going to extend a thank you to affordable.co.uk for being awesome and sponsoring us for this shenanigans. You check them out at affordable.co.uk. Keep checking back for those new affordable pedals. Also, if you are interested in the new X Trident, there is one available for 230 quid on there. He's kept the sale prices of the shows that he was doing this summer on that one item.
They are close to 500 quid here.
What the thinking?
Yeah.
I mean, that seems like a fair price, I'll be honest. Like, it's still cheaper than the HX Stomp, but it does what the Helix LT does, basically. Because it's got, like, DI out as well. Like, it's got balanced out. It's got an effects loop. So...
Yeah, a HX Stomp here from Toman is 7,200.
Yeah. I mean, they're about that. They're kind of... The higher end of 500, I think they're about like 580-ish. But, yeah, really good bit of kit. I'm going to extend a thank you to our Patreon backers who, for as little as $2 a month, you can be part of that exclusive crew. We, of course, give you an additional bit of Patreon content most weeks, and we shout your name out on every podcast. So we have got the following people. We've got Mr. Adam Yeomans of Chef Tone FX. We've got Mr. Hugh G. Rection. We've got Mr. Mycox Long. We've got Mr. Gary Goldencock. We've got Mr. Ben Fletcher Pickups. We've got Mr. Brian Gare of the Tone Shift podcast, the Second Button podcast, and the Off the Rails podcast. We've got Mr. Diabetes Foot. We've got Mr. Jason Morton of Jason Morton 82 and of PBOD. We've got Mr. Gareth Brand. Yeah. Lovely, lovely people. And we will catch you all over on the Patreon podcast, which should be arriving at the same time as this. If you want to catch me online, you find me Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Threads, and Blogspot. All either at or / BudgetPedalChap. If you find one of them, you find them all. They all link together. And this week, of course, featured the new X Tape Echo, MDD7 Tape Echo on the BudgetPedalChap channel. Lee, where can we find you?
You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Rockboard. You can find me on Thorn Sound Labs. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on YouTube. All under Pedalboards Doom, Rockboard, Thorn Sound Labs, and all that sort of thing. And we're going to do a shit joke in a second, so don't miss it.
We are indeed. I mean, it's almost as if you saw me reaching for my phone looking for the...
I had a joke.
I had a really brilliant one last week.
Did you?
Yeah, it was fantastic.
You used it already?
Yeah, I've used it, yeah.
Oh, man.
Right, anyway, so rather than talking the logistics of the shit joke, we're going to say, from myself, Mr. Budget Pedal Chap, from Mr. Lee, it will be a tatty boy. And good night for this week.
Drama that does.
Indeed, yeah. Ta-ra of it. I've been trying to break up with an optician for a really long time. It's very hard. Every time I tell her I can't see her anymore, she moves an inch closer and says, "How about now?"